Welcome, dear listeners. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to talk about being visible, consistently visible, consistently allowing the authority figures, the people around you, your community, your family members to see you as the leader, the expert, the trusted partner that you want them to see you as, that they want to see you as. And so, how do we do that? We're going to go into some techniques to help you work through any of the blocks that you have that may be preventing you from allowing yourself to be seen. Because right now, it is the most important time, more than ever, to have leaders such as you rise to be seen, even when you're afraid. Consistently being visible, that means to allow the eyes on you, to allow lots of eyes all on you, and getting super comfortable with that. And I know that that's a big stretch, could be a big challenge for some of you. But that's why you're here. That is why you're here, to learn more about that, because we need you. Your voice matters. So if 10, 20 people frighten you, start with one. Start with just speaking up in front of those meetings. Start with speaking up to your manager, to your boss, being visible and allowing them to see you as that trusted expert, speaking confidently, clearly, articulately, with power, with enthusiasm. Many people, as soon as they get into the spotlight, when all eyes are on them, I see them start to just shrivel away, or they contract, right? The nerves get in their body and then they start to contract and be somebody else. And it's like right before they got into the spotlight, they were somebody different. They were just them being them. And then when the eyes are on them, they start to just contract, and it breaks my heart. It saddens me, because I know that we are so much more. I know that your voice is a vehicle of impact, a vehicle to connect with others. And so don't hold back. The challenge is, most of us, we have a lot on our plate. So being visible may get pushed to the side, right? You may have good intentions to say, I'm going to do more presentations. I'm going to lead team meetings. But then sometimes work, you go back to the office, there's A, B, C to do, there's an administrative task, and then you have to go home and walk the dog, take care of the kids. Like, there's a lot on our plates. And then we push being visible to the side. And then we work behind the curtains. And then sometimes when we're sitting so busy behind the curtain doing all these tasks, some of your work may get unnoticed. People don't know what you're doing, right? And then they start to create assumptions, create stories that may be untrue, stories that they form what they want to create in their mind. So there is huge repercussion and risk for not communicating who you are, the experiences that you're having, what you are learning, how you're overcoming challenges, telling your story the way you see it, so other people can connect with you and understand you and see the truth of who you are. Don't hold back and stay behind the curtains, because you know what's going to happen one day? That curtain, someone's going to knock on your curtain, and then they're going to say, hey, I'd like for you to deliver a presentation tomorrow or next week. And it might be in front of really important people. Could be team leaders, could be the executive C-suite, or an important client. Are you ready? Really think about that right now. If someone were to ask you to deliver an important presentation in a couple days, are you ready? What is happening in your body? Can you be as confident as you want to be? Feel that in your body. Feel that in your heart. Can you be as confident as you want to be? Can you rely on being consistently confident? Can you rely on speaking in flow, speaking with your heart, speaking with passion? Are you thinking about, am I going to say the right thing? Am I going to, I probably will stumble. I probably will mess this up. And I got to practice and practice and rehearse. That's just your inner critic, right? That's your fear mechanism, because I know you don't have to practice that much. If you've been asked to deliver a presentation, you know your material. Telling yourself I need to practice more is just a defense mechanism. It's actually preventing you from really being the truth of who you are and being in flow, speaking with ease, speaking with confidence. So here are some techniques that I'd like to share with you today on how to be consistently visible, consistently confident, consistently visible. It's 3, right? Create a schedule, speak with confidence, with power. And third is do it for somebody. So first, create a schedule. Like I mentioned earlier, sometimes we go back to administrative tasks or working behind the curtains, and people may not see what you're doing. So create a schedule for yourself. This week, I'm going to be visible 1, 2 times. I'm going to speak in the meeting. I'm going to talk to my boss. Or this week, I'm going to do a presentation. This month, I'm going to deliver a webinar. And have a consistent schedule. I want you to know that this is not easy for me doing these podcasts, creating videos. Just curious, do you think this is easy for me? There's a moment in my past, and I couldn't even look at my own photos. Like I couldn't even look at my videos, or I couldn't stand looking at them. But I worked through my doubt. I found the root causes of my doubt, worked through them. And then now I'm here. And then what I realized is being consistently visible, showing up anyways, works, right? I started to become the expert. People started seeing me because they trust me. And then I built influence. And most importantly, I'm sharing the information and sharing what I love, sharing what I know to connect with others. So build a schedule that will keep you on track. And then 2, when you do show up powerfully. Select a time during the day where you're not as tired, where you're feeling confident. Speak with power. So use the techniques that I've shown you. Do some breathing. Box breathing, where you inhale for 4, hold it for 4, and then exhale for 4 and hold it for 4. It's just like a box. Inhale, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Do the box breathing exercise before you speak. And that will allow you to speak confidently, passionately. And finally, third, do it for somebody. Even if you are not feeling well, or even if you don't want to do it, think about who you're doing it for, whether it's your family member, whether it's your kids. If you're a minority out there and a leader, because we need more leaders like you to rise, do it for us. Do it for your fellow people, the people that need you to rise. We need more minorities up at the C-suite, up at the seat at the table, more women. If you're a woman out there, do it for the rest of us women. Do it for somebody. That will give you that courage to rise. Being a leader doesn't mean that you have all your ducks in a row and you have all your information, you have everything down. No, being a leader is being visible even in the unknown. And that is why I say breathe through it, Speak with confidence, even in the unknown. Do it anyways. Do it for others. Do it for your people. But feel that courage inside of you and speak. Speak your truth. Speak in flow. So using those 3 techniques will help you to be more consistently visible, consistently confident. Right? First, set a schedule. Do it during a time, during a day where you feel confident, when you feel good, not tired, overwhelmed. Use some breathing techniques too. Speak purposefully, speak with power. Breathing techniques. Get your body into a state where it's ready to speak. Don't forget your body's included. It's just not about writing, what am I going to say, writing all the talking points. It's also including your body, getting into state using techniques such as breathing. Then finally, do it for somebody. Do it for your fellow minority leaders. Do it for women. Do it for your children. Do it for your family. Connect to somebody and do it for us. We need leaders, more leaders who care about people and not just money or the bottom line, right? That's just a symptom. That's just an outcome that naturally happens when you care to lift others up. And when you know that your voice is a vehicle for impact, you connect with others. And when you connect with others, you raise people up. And when you can raise people up, you're making a positive difference in the world. Positive change, moving the needle for the organization, for your community. And that is the power of our voice. And so being seen doesn't mean you know everything, doesn't mean that you know what's about to happen. Being seen as a leader means that you do it anyways, despite the uncertainty, the doubt, the ambiguity. You do it. You go and use the tools and techniques that I've shared with you today. Be consistently seen, allowing people to connect with you, connect with your eyes, connect and be okay with all eyes on you. It's okay to be in the spotlight because your voice matters. You matter. You matter to us. And use your voice as a vehicle for impact. Until the next episode, dear listeners, I'm so grateful for you continuing to listen. I gotta announce that this podcast is the top 10% out of global podcasts for downloads. I had no idea. I kept showing up anyways, doing these recordings, interviewing amazing leaders, not knowing whether anyone is listening. I continue to show up, be seen. And then here it is. Here's the response that I'm getting. So I am so grateful for you, grateful for you to be here. Continue to rise, speak and flow. When you do, you're making impact for yourself and for others. Until next time. Thanks for joining the conversation today. Are you curious on how you measure up with your ability to speak in flow? Come grab my free self-assessment at https://speakinflow.com/assessment. And I'll see you on the other side.